Rick Harsch here with a special episode, a nighttime episode of How to Be a Writer, masterclass, online masterclass in fiction writing. I've been receiving a lot of mail these days, and there are two main questions that it seems all writers, unpublished apparently, have. And that the first one has to do with reviewers. What do I think of reviewers? How can I get better reviews? What should I think when I get a bad review? How do I get a good review? Well, I'll tell you what, the reviewer and the writer are not in an imbalanced relationship. It's a guerrilla war, and both sides are guerrillas. Now, the reviewer doesn't know this, and that gives the writer an advantage. And I'll give you an example of that. One time, in an early novel, somehow, by some typographical blunder, an odd phrase came up in one of my novels, and I'll read it to you right now, right out of the book. Nebel me gurf leben. Well, I don't know how it got in there, but a writer for the Kansas City Star, a reviewer for the Kansas City Star, said this novel is gibberish, and here's an example, Nebel me gurf leben. Well, I wrote his boss at the Kansas City Star and said, I'm rather surprised that a reviewer at an esteemed newspaper such as your own would not catch the Joycean passage in my novel. And I went on to explain that Nebel is a German treat that was made popular in Britain during World War II, which is bullshit, but, you know, they believed me. Me is me. It was a first-person novel. Gurf, well, that's one of the runic symbols is the Gurf. So we're in the British Isles. But we have that German connection, Leben, Lebensraum, living space. So Nebel me Gurf leben. Makes perfect sense. And the next thing I knew, I had a connection at the Kansas City Star. He's the one who gave me the addresses. The reviewer was fired. So, how do you deal with reviewers? Stand your ground. And the other question is, how do I go about getting an agent? I suggest a crossbow. Thank you.